That's right. The hottest searches of the week are in. This is Hot Clicks with Natasha.
It is time to find out what's been on the internet as of late. Natasha's back. Happy Friday to you.
TGIF.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's get started with a quiz question.
Sure, the question is, a false name that you use to conceal your identity is known as number 1, an alias, or number 2, an alien.
One more time, please.
A false name that you use to conceal your identity is known as blank. What is the blank? Is it number 1, alias, or number 2, alien?
Thank you very much. Put your answers on our Bundy board. Use Kakao Talk or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045 for 50 or 101. Depending on the length of your text, we're giving away a premium popcorn set. All right, so where do we start today?
The first keyword is finally over. The 수능, that is, around 600,000 students sat the annual college entrance exams yesterday at some 1,200 testing sites throughout the country. The test ran from 8:40 in the morning to 5:40 in the afternoon.
Wow, 9 hours, huh?
9 hours. And obviously there are toilet breaks and lunch breaks in between, but the students, their minds are still thinking about the questions that they answered already and what's going to be on in the segment afterwards.
Boy, 600,000 students taking the test on 1,200 different sites.
That's right.
Goodness me.
And straight after the exam, they have an analysis of what the test was like. And this year, apparently, subject-wise, math and Korean were more difficult than usual, more difficult than the previous couple of years.
Who determines that?
A lot of hagwons,
Okay.
and a lot of school teachers as well. It's not there's no single official body that says that.
Still, though, question difficulty is a little relative, though.
Relative it is. So
Right.
when we say that it's relative to the last couple of years.
I see. Okay.
So this year, because the math and Korean are more difficult, that will be the deciding factor for the top tier students.
Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah. I saw a news story yesterday. I couldn't hear the audio. I was just watching a monitor.
Right.
But some students got stuck in their home, and the fire department had to come and break the lock off the front door of their apartment to get them out so that they could get to the test on time.
Gosh,
I'm
yeah.
sure there were plenty of examples of that yesterday.
Yeah, there
Not
was
that specifically, but just students, rushing to make sure they're there on time, right?
There was a subway line number 2, I think it was, that sort of was delayed for about 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
And it was around 7:55 a.m. So I'm sure there was at least one student on their way to the exam
I see.
and panicking.
Well, students have some time to relax because the results don't come out for, 3 weeks or so?
Yeah, the results, the official answers, they get announced on the 28th, so around 10 days from today. And students' individual results will come out December 7th.
I see. So relax now
Relax for now.
because that'll be another stressful time when that comes, right? All right, so what's our next keyword then?
More scandal, also known as the Choi Soon-sil Gate. Now, earlier this week, it was revealed that President Park used the name Gil-naim as an alias to get her blood tested at the fancy town clinic. Do you know Gil-naim?
No.
So, Gil-naim, that's the character that you see on our 보이는 라디오. Gil-naim was the name of the main female character.
Is that Hajiwon?
Hajiwon in the TV series Secret Garden.
Okay.
And this was enormously popular.
Secret Garden. Is that the one where they switched bodies and she became
Switched
the
bodies.
guy? And yeah, I know that one.
Right, and it was really popular 6 years ago. And because President Park used this alias, people are also drawing parallels between that character and President Park. For example, in the TV drama series, Gil-naim's character was a stunt woman
Okay.
that's standing in for a real actress, and her father had passed away, while Park Geun-hye, her father passed away as well, and was seen as a stand-in for Choi Soon-sil. And there's a lot of memes online trending of making fun of this situation.
I see. Also in the news these days, the missing 7 hours, right?
Yeah, referring to the time, the first 7 hours after the Sewol Ferry tragedy.
Right.
At the time, President Park, she didn't make a public appearance for 7 hours after the event. And when she did appear, it seemed that she didn't even have a basic understanding of the situation, leading many to question, where were you and what were you doing in those 7 hours? So what people are still questioning because 청와대 hasn't given a clear answer that satisfies people. But hopefully the newly formed special counsel probe, the 최순실 특검, will provide a clear answer.
And of course, the weekend protests as well around the Gwanghwamun area. Did you see the photos from last weekend?
Of course, I saw the photos and
Goodness.
also a lot of videos of people who actually went there on my Facebook feed as well. The fourth weekend protest, it's scheduled for tomorrow in Seoul and other major cities. Hundreds and thousands have gathered in Gwanghwamun last week.
Well, I read that, there were different estimates.
Right.
I saw up to 1 million people in one article.
Up to 1 million, that's the claim by the people who organized it. As always, the claim by the estimates from the police side
Much
is about
smaller.
much smaller.
Much smaller,
smaller.
right? Yeah.
But-
Well, regardless, there were tons of people there.
Regardless, there were tons, yeah.
Look at the photo on Poinan Radio, right? I mean, for me, I haven't seen for me personally,
Right.
I haven't seen photos of that many people gathered in one spot in Korea since the World Cup in 2002.
exactly. Yeah,
right? I mean, it is somewhat reminiscent of that in terms of the number of people gathered, right?
Something similar might have been against the 광우병, mad cow disease, which had, I think, their estimate was around 7.
So the next one
100,000.
is scheduled for tomorrow then, right?
Tomorrow, and this time it will be less concentrated around Seoul. It'll be more dispersed throughout the country, but still a considerable turnout is expected because the students who just finished their 수능 and their families are expected to turn out.
Understood. All right, so before we go to our music break, Natasha, can you give us your quiz question one more time, please?
Sure. The question is, a false name that you use to conceal your identity is known as number 1, alias, or number 2, alien.
Again, if you know the answer, use our Bandy board or Kakao Talk or text in on your cell phone, #1045 for 50 or 101, depending on the length of your text. We're giving away that premium popcorn set. All right, so more news from the internet over the last week after Foo Fighters and Norah Jones, Virginia Moon. We are covering the hottest searches over the last week on the internet with Natasha in Weekly Hot Clicks. And, of course, one of the search words, I'm assuming, was supermoon.
Definitely. Supermoon. Did you get to see this?
I don't think anybody in Korea did they? In Korea, it was cloudy that day.
It was cloudy, a bit foggy.
Yeah, right. No, I don't know if it rained, but I remember it was very, very, very cloudy that night. Yeah.
But did you make a point to go outside or at least look outside the window?
No.
I was really, really busy that night, so I just let it slip. And then it was only the day after that I saw in the news feeds that, oh, that's right, this was one of the big events.
You skipped out on watching the supermoon.
Yes, right, skip
Yeah,
out.
yeah. But so many people did, and we talked about it earlier on in the show today. You're going to have to wait until 2034.
That's right, 18 more years, and then it'll be the similar in brightness and similar in size. This one was the biggest and the brightest one in the past 70 years. 69, I think it was.
I did see some photos from the internet, and it looked gorgeous.
It did.
Yeah. And I also saw some photos from the internet where people were, because they couldn't see it, they were using tortillas instead to take pictures.
I don't get it. What?
Well, what I mean
The round tortilla.
So they would take a tortilla and put it behind something, right? To make it look like the Superman.
Oh, gosh.
There were some photos on the internet of
Right.
that this week. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, what else then?
The next keyword is hot clicks. So literally the websites that receive the hottest clicks.
Oh, okay.
So which website, Steve, for you do you frequent the most?
Sports websites. ESPN. ESPN.go.com is one of my favorites. NFL.com, NHL.com,
Right.
MLB.com, all the sports websites.
To check the scores?
Yeah, to check the scores or the recent articles about what happened. These days, probably because it's football season and hockey season, probably the NHL and NFL websites.
Right.
Yeah.
Which one do you have as your sort of the default homepage?
Google. I don't bother with that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have it on Google as well, and British website Indie100.com, they posted a map of the world according to the most popular websites.
Okay.
And if you look in our Poinan Radio, just like me and Steve, a lot of people visit google.com the most.
It's kind of just I think it's, for many computers, it's the default browser.
Default browser, unless you have Windows and then it goes to bing.com. I
Okay.
think.
But you can change your default settings, of course,
You can.
to your preferred homepage. But for most people, maybe they don't bother, or maybe they do. But if you look at that map, it's mostly Google.
Mostly Google. Russia is the VK. It's a social messaging service. China, Baidu. And the red, I'm not sure if you can see it, Steve, but that's YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which country is that?
Algeria, Kazakhstan, Cambodia.
YouTube's the number one there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's
There we
kind
go.
of fun.
Korea, also Google, which I thought was surprising. I thought it would be something like Naver,
Yeah.
a more domestic web portal, not google.com.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Which one do you use the most? You use Google?
I use Google. I alternate. So for Chrome, I use google.com as the main.
Yeah.
That's the homepage.
Yeah.
And for Internet Explorer, I have it on Wikipedia.
I'm not much of a tech person, so I don't pay much attention. As long as it can find what I search for,
Which is the scores.
I don't necessarily care how I get there.
Right.
All right, Natasha, thank you very much for getting us caught up on the hottest searches online. And in Korea, I believe it is actually Naver, not Google. I believe that Naver.com is
Naver.com?
is the one that people go to. All right, so can we have the answer to your quiz question now?
Sure. The question was, a false name that you use to conceal your identity is known as blank. What is blank? Was it number 1, alias, or number 2, alien? And of course, the answer was number 1, alias.
Yes, and the premium popcorn set will go to 2048. Neem, congratulations and enjoy your prize. Natasha, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, have a good weekend. What are your weekend plans? That was our text mission today.
I'm working.
You work every weekend.
I do. Making money.
Yeah, work, huh? All right, well, enjoy your work, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.